Joanne Collins. Hello. How are you? The first one in the chat. Oh my, I'll just wait for more people to see the live and join. I know we advertised this. I hope people have it on their calendars. And I know Kelly spoke about it. So we'll get started shortly. Thank you guys for joining so early. I appreciate it. So, while everybody joins in, I guess I'll just give a little background so everybody knows what's happening tonight. So it's been a while since we've done a live period plus a live with our guests. It's been a long time, and I'm really excited that we're starting back again with Keddy. It's so amazing to see all that she has done as a business owner, and I think it's great that we would have the opportunity to hear from her what's worked for her, how she makes her decisions, etc. So we'll do a lot of content here speaking to different aspects of the customer experience and customer service, and we thought that it would be a good idea to have a series now with business owners, listening to them about customer service experience their way, what works for them, etc. And also to hear from you guys, so you can participate, you can send us your questions, and even when the lives are over, you can submit your questions as well, so we can see what areas we can serve you best in, right? So I look forward to that happening as we go along. So as you should have seen, the topic tonight is customer service your way, and our guest is Kedisha McLaughlin. And I'm excited to see her on. She's not on yet, and we're just going to wait for her to actually join the live, and then we'll begin with her. I think most of you would have seen her pages by now. I definitely have seen a lot of her content, and she is somebody that I've followed for a long time, from my on Instagram and wherever, and seen all that she has been doing, and it's really exciting to see her growth, how her product line has expanded, how she continues to be very diligent with her marketing and everything like that. She's just been doing a really great job. So I think she's someone that we wouldn't hurt from hearing from at all. At all. I'm going to invite you to help me to share the live so other persons can see. Oh, here she is. I haven't used this in such a long time. There she is. I was here talking about you. I don't know if you heard me.
No, I just heard a little part of it, but I mean, I just saw it like, I don't know, it wasn't showing up.
Yes. It takes a while, and I think that's because we haven't gone live in a long time, so it's warming up to our page again. But I was saying that I'm really happy that you are our first guest that we're having on live. Yes, you're the first one for the new year, and we're in August.
This year has been very rough, so I understand.
Right? It definitely has been. It's been a trip. But I'm so excited to have you here. So I was just about to say that I've been following you for a very, very long time. And the second wig I ever bought was from you.
Oh, really?
Yes, and I was like, oh, this is not so hard. This isn't so hard. So,
not as bad as people, you know.
Yes.
I was one of the first ones that tried to change the stigma. Because when people thought about wigs, they were like, geez, I'm old people wig. So
look, no, I knew nothing at all. I'm not the best when it comes on to the beauty world, but I was just tired. I was like, I can't be bothered with my hair. And I was watching your stuff, and I'm like, she's pretty, her wigs look good. I must can be able to do this. And then when I saw your video that you had recently with like how people taking so long and you're just on it, I'm like, it look easy when she do it, you know.
No, but it's really not that complicated because you practice to kind of get it that quick, but
Yes.
there it comes with practice. So if you practice it, it will come easy to you as well.
Well, that's true, and that's true for most things, right? That is true for most things. So yes, I was telling our guests that I've been admiring your growth with Cure Cosmo. I know you have the Curest shampoos and conditioners, and I see marketing gold mine and everything. And I'm like, this girl has something good going. She knows what she's doing and definitely very consistent with content and promoting, and it's not annoying, and you definitely have to deal with customers. So, perfect person to kick us off. So before I just continue talking about my own experiences just from viewing everything, viewing everything, I'd like to give you an opportunity just to tell everyone who you are, what you have been up to, and what's coming next.
All right, let me answer. Anna, I am. No, your head is not hot with the wig. It might feel weird at first, but it's something that you adjust to, but it's definitely not hot. All right, so I am Kedisha McLaughlin, also known as Kedi Cure. You know, I'm from Jamaica, Kingston, Jamaica. I started off as a hairstylist doing hair, and then I transitioned into wigs, but I always specialized in sewings, right? And then I remember transitioning to wigs. Then I migrated, and went online. When I went online, I'm just like, listen, I can sell the bundles, sell the wigs, which is what I decided to do. And then, thankfully, I don't know what clicked in my head to get into products. No, my head. I literally said, I don't think I'd be able to be sitting and working with my hands for the rest of my life. So I need to put something in place so that if I can't,
something is always there.
If I can't physically be there to do the wigs, I must be able to delegate and feel comfortable delegating. You know, just sell the products. I know they're
right.
there, so just get it out to the customers. So I think that's what went through my mind why I decided to get into products and just start building from there.
Excellent. And I've seen the product line grow, and I'm expecting that it will continue to grow. So, congratulations on everything. I mean, more success to you. I'm so excited to see what you continue to do. It's really fun to see you and celebrate with you on all your big wins. So, I'm so happy for you. Congrats on everything so far. So, we're going to jump right into it because, as you can hear, Miss Keddy, with all her different avenues in her business, therefore has to deal with a lot of customers all the time. And all of us would know it's impossible, even though you always look very pleasant, you always bubbly, everything. There has to be some time when, things are just not on the up and up, right? And from my experience, our customers, they always have a story to tell us about something that really stood out for them and maybe pose that challenge. So I'm going to invite you to share with us if you had any of those experiences and how you dealt with it.
All right. So if I can really think back, because generally, like right now, generally, I will say I don't have a lot of bad experiences because I always try to exceed expectations. So
I hope the people hearing that, you hear why she don't have a lot of bad experiences.
yeah,
Because
but if I send out something, I know that, listen, this person is going to be really happy with it. If they're not happy with it, it must be some form of miscommunication. And if they relate that to me, I'm going to find a solution immediately. But I do recall way back when I was in Jamaica, and this was probably my worst customer experience. Worst. And at that time, I was just starting off. I didn't really have a space. I was going to customers or having them come to me, but at the time she was coming to me. And when I said I don't really have a space, I had to be doing her hair on the veranda. So I'm doing her hair on the veranda, and you know, you just a startup, you don't really have no fun here. And I had a bag, a black old travel bag where I just pack all the tools and stuff in. Mm-hmm. Because I always promoted myself like this big business. I don't know if she was coming to expect something really posh. But she come and she probably see my head tie up and whatever, because I'm not really pretty up for you. I come from here and go on, right?
Right.
And I was doing her hair, and we were on the veranda, as I said, doing her hair, and I don't know, she was on the phone, but I don't practice like watching what is on the phone in my clients, but something glimpsed my eye, and it was literally a photo of, like, she was taking photos of the place. So that caught my attention. So I'm like, why are you taking photos? Like, she took a photo of the little bag that was sitting in front. Photo of my stuff. Was literally sitting there, chatting me, basically.
While you're doing her hair.
I'm doing her hair. She's like, she don't look not like her inside.
Scandal.
She's like, she don't look not Instagram, and she's like, look on the little old bag was I was livid. At the time, I was just cane rowing her hair, and I was about to sew in, and I just wanted to juke her in her. I just juke her in her head, because I'm like, why are you here chatting and you're sitting right in front of
you? She couldn't wait till she leaves.
Wait till she leaves. So I'm just like, you know what? I had to calm down. I had to stop. I said, excuse me. And I went inside and I called one of my civil friends. Because, you know, you have...
Yes.
They have irate friends.
Right.
I called the irate friend. What would I tell me? Say,
Papa.
I called the civil one that would say, she's like, you know, kids, I know you feel away, but just do her hair, do it to the best of your ability, and make her go on, right? Hurt me, you know.
You have to suck it up.
I'll hold it, I'm going to go back out, I'm going to finish her hair, do it the best, you know, the best of my ability. Finish her hair, do the best. But that never means I'm never going to rant and make her I found out. So after she leave and she think all is well, I went on my Instagram and I did a video, and I was so upset because I was really upset about it. And clearly she saw the video and she knew a sheet me attack. And her conscience ride her so bad. She ended up messaging me and was like, you know, she apologized and she can't believe I knew that and I still did her hair.
So what was she?
She's like, and commending me how I was for my professionalism and how she wouldn't mind doing me doing her hair again because I did it so well. In my mind, I'm like, hell no. First time. So that was one experience I will never, ever, ever forget, because I know people always say, you know, you have to start somewhere. Clearly, if you came and that just do a little thing from a veranda, clearly I'm starting somewhere, right? But she decided to ridicule me. I didn't let that sway the service that I gave her, right? Exactly. And that's because of the civil frame, because if I a friend,
well, I am very thankful for that friend, because that could have been a major blunder and we wouldn't have you where we are today. So I'm really thankful for that friend too. Big up yourself, friend. And I want all of us to realize some things from Kelly's story, because as you said, all of us have to start somewhere, and it may not be how we project ourselves. That's what's actually the reality now. But you have to project what your vision is, right? And you do it to the best of your ability with whatever you have. And it would have been very easy in that situation to just blow up on her. But you kept it cool. And a lot of us really need to remember that even after we get bigger and we have more resources and all of that, we still have to remain professional because that young lady came back and apologized. Suppose perhaps all people won't come back and apologize, but at the very least, you won't get negative publicity. If you don't react negatively, right? I would always have to keep that in mind. So that was excellent, and I hope you guys are listening for the key things in the stories here. And it doesn't, and just like you were saying, like even though you just started, it was important even then to consider the service experience that you're giving. Maybe you can't give free things or perks as such in the beginning, but you still consider it in how you conduct yourself and the taste you're leaving in people's mouths afterward. So that's really excellent. And you guys should take some notes. So far your way doesn't seem bad at all.
Very extremely good.
Right, and I want to point that out too, because the first thing you said was that you try to exceed their expectations. So if that is in your mind from before they even get anything, you're already putting thought and effort into it. And to be fair, a lot of business owners aren't coming at it from that angle. You know, you get a sale, you put it out and you're gone. They're not going the extra mile or thinking about the extra mile.
I want you to come back.
Exactly.
Come back. I want you to tell your neighbor, your auntie, your mother, your sister.
Exactly. And I'm so happy you're saying it because that is where you make your money from. The people who keep coming back. So you're not always spending money trying to earn a new client. You have people that you can count on that will come to you and will promote you without you having to spend money necessarily, because no matter what we do, the best marketing usually still is word of mouth because people trust who they know. So that is excellent. So I guess from what you're saying so far, we can identify that service is extremely important to you for your success, right? And does it differ for you, since you have well, two businesses that we know of? I don't know if you have anything else coming for us. But for the two businesses, is there anything different in your mindset about your approach to the service that you give or the service level?
No. For both, I try to for example, if someone books a session with me to get advice and will be like, okay, this is 30 minutes. I always end up going beyond 30 minutes. Listen, I'm going to finish what I need to tell you. So I'm just like, oh, you're 30 minutes up. All right, goodbye. I always end up doing more. And same with if you purchase a wig, I'm going to make sure that it's set before my liking, to my service quality, before I put it in that box and send it out to you. And sometimes, like if I see a client go above and beyond to kind of purchase a lot of the stuff on the cure collection, like, okay, let me write a personalized note and let me probably add a token in the box and say, yo, thank you. Come back.
Yes. See, key gems all throughout. Excellent. So we have some one-on-one sessions too for different things, and I'm like you in that regard. So even though we have a set amount of time there, we schedule it in a way that there is buffer to allow for some extra time between people so that nobody leaves dissatisfied. Although we don't really want to say that and people expect it. But you know.
But once we cover whatever I outlined,
settle. So right. That's excellent. So I know you told us yes. Before I ask the next question, I just want to remind you guys that you are able to ask us questions too. And there is a question box down here, so I don't know if you guys are using it, but I will click it at some point. I will check it. All right. Oh, this is so much fun. I haven't done it in a while, and you're so exciting. So, I know you told us your story before about that person in the beginning, but now that things have progressed and your service is really great, so you get mostly good interactions and stuff with your customers. But how do you find the balance in remaining professional sometimes if you have someone who might be a little bit demanding?
All right. Of course, you're going to have that one person once in a while that, say for instance, if they're new to gigs or they're skeptical and they have a million questions, like I remember getting a whole paragraph one time that I had to right? So sometimes like if for instance if I get a message that really ticks me the wrong way, I do not answer the same time. Like I might breeze it off and be like, when we kind of calm down and
You go back to it.
so do not respond if you're irritated or in the heat or because your tone can be seen in text. So, so how do you respond to all of that? And next thing, if you have a partner, if you have a best friend, it's good to vent. So sometimes you don't come and vent on social media. You don't come and load them up if they're not. I have an experience that didn't go too well. I'll vent to my partner, vent to my friend, and just be like, listen, say this happened, blah blah blah. Get it out. Get it out there.
Yes.
So those are two of the main things that I do. But in the end of it all, I try to find the best possible solution because at the end of the day, you don't want anybody to be dissatisfied or upset with you. So even though you might get irritated, even though they might ask you a million questions, at the end of the day, it must all boil down to a solution to where they're happy.
Excellent. 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars. I mean, we try hard to communicate some of these things because people get frustrated really easily sometimes, and we have to remind them that look, you're in business. You know your business inside out. These people don't know your business inside out. You might be annoyed with these questions because they get them all the time. It's a first for these people. They don't know. So just try to breathe out and go at it again.
Example, they'll order something now and be like, oh, can I get it? They don't even, just order it. Can I get it by then? I'm like,
yes. I will definitely live in a convenience world now, so they don't think that it's impossible at all. So, you try your best, but that's great. That's great.
extremely transparent with them because like I've gotten that question a lot of times and I'm like, listen, we do it in batches. I ship out on Friday. So if that is too late for you, then let me know if I need to refund you. So if you're willing to wait, fine. If you're not willing to wait, then you get what I'm saying. So
yes.
You have to be very transparent so they don't end up taking off your head.
True, just be honest and upfront. And I think too, one of the things we like to do with our customers is, you can identify a lot of the times trends. So if you notice that you keep getting a certain type of question or a certain request, that means it's time for you to step in and put something in place to remove that obstacle because clearly there is an obstacle between you and the customers. So identifying trends to and adapting quickly is another thing. So, before we get into my other question, we have a question from Anna I am. What's the key difference with service delivery for your products versus your services? Is one easier?
Products is definitely more easy. Definitely products because with products, you know that the consistency of the product itself is static. So it's all a case of get an order, pack it, ship it. Service, doing an actual wig, you know, in the knots, doing all of that, sometimes you have to be rushing. Sometimes service is much harder, especially when I was behind the chair and had to give service by hairstyling and doing sewings. It took so much out of my day. I didn't even know myself.
I definitely agree with you. And even if we were to think about like the consulting that you do for marketing Goldmine and versus Cure Cosmo, like because for us, of course, it would be just services. So as you were saying before, like it's hard to have the same standard because you're dealing with different people. The questions differ. The different time, it's much more difficult, but it can be done. We stay organized and it can be done. Thanks for that question. If anyone else has questions, feel free to put them in the question section. But the people love how you look, Katie. You're so beautiful. You ensure your customers receive value from their interactions with you. Exactly. Right. So now I'm going to flip the script on you a little bit, right? So we talk about it a lot from our perspectives as the service providers. But what about you as a customer? What are your expectations when it's time for you to um, purchase from someone, whether it be a product or a service?
Like I think because I always try to exceed expectations like that, I think my expectations are a little bit too high. I can understand that. So, like for instance, when somebody purchases a product and I have the product sitting here and I know I can ship it out immediately, like ship it as fast as possible, I believe it. Product minute me fear wait. Your time is 2 weeks. Why? I know
Right.
behind the scenes. I'll give you, 5 days or so, but why are you telling me 2 weeks? So I think
Right.
um running my own thing, it kind of have my expectations high when I purchase, but I don't really. I'm not a problem customer. It doesn't really matter if you take your time to me. I'm not the type to be hassling you. Like, no, I'm not that type because I know how it feels. So if it take you that long to send it, okay, it take you that long to send it as long as I get it.
As long as you get, well, thank God you have a little empathy for them. So that's great. I tend to fall in the same category because I know what you're supposed to be doing. I can easily see why it's not happening. So I get annoyed really easily. But I have to put my own methods in practice from the customer side and just relax. So
Yeah, yeah.
just relax.
I don't.
Let them do what they're doing.
They're
But
trying
I
to their own things. So
right.
right.
But I can definitely tell you that I fall in the category that all the research talks about now, where most persons, when they're making a buying decision, of course, the first thing that comes to their mind is the quality of the product. Is this thing going to be good? And that is whether it's a service or a physical product. And the next thing is after that is what is the service like? So I am definitely like that. So because I am of the view that yeah, the product is great, but I know this is not the only product available. I must can find another good product. So if your service really is poor, I'm going to go. Right. Because I notice a lot of persons, even online or bigger brands sometimes too, the product is good, but my experience was bad. So I'll go on the hunt for something else. That's me.
Yeah, and as you touched on that with you know product being good, but of course they'll search elsewhere. That is very much important because for what I'm doing, which is oh gosh, people, how much people are selling, and how much people are jumping on the wagon of selling hair growth oil, and that is why you always have to. And that's why you cannot get comfortable, right? So
Mhm.
what you have to ensure for the customer to have an excellent experience starts from the product, right? So once you have a good product, you're like pulling the door now. and then you make sure so the packaging nice and attractive and pretty and whatever. So then when you turn the doorknob, then you open the door with the, right? And then you see when you shut it off and then get it quick, your foot through the door now.
I like this journey.
Foot through the door now when you shut it off quick. And then when they have such a great experience with the product being good, the packaging was excellent, the delivery time was great, then you have a customer, right? And then worse, even follow and check on them and, you know.
Right. Send a little email. Can you have their contact information now, or you send them a card if you so choose, so you have their mailing address. But follow up with them. Very important.
Oh, was it good? What's your review on it? Just, you know, follow up with them. Yeah. They like that. They feel special.
Definitely.
Want to know what I think? Oh, that's amazing.
Right? The only thing I would have to add to the follow-up part is if you follow up with your customers and like you ask them for feedback, they give you the feedback, whether it be good or bad. Right. Suppose it was bad, right? But you got a few of those. Let them know, oh, thank you for telling me we're going to do such and such. Because if you stop, see here she's saying soft touches, right? If you stop responding to the information they're giving you, they're gonna go away because they're gonna say, you're just asking me, you're not really gonna do anything with it, you're like wasting my time.
But that's how you grow and that's how you improve as well. Because let me give you
exactly.
When I first did the bonnets, I had this fancy glitter printed on it, right? And it doesn't look pretty to me, so I was But then I realized that people were complaining that it was stripping off. So I had to go back to the drawing board and say, listen, what other type of print can you put on it that would strip off when the people then watch them buy it?
Right.
So the bad feedback is supposed to help you to improve, to grow, so don't be offended with bad feedback. So just improve.
Exactly. See, rounds of applause. Like, it's true, and it all comes back to your mindset. Because yes, you know, a lot of times our businesses, they're near and dear to our hearts, but we have to remember that we're looking to grow, and we are not going to see everything. So when we get feedback, even if it's negative, don't let your feelings get the best of you, but grow from it. Use the negative points as an area for growth and improvement instead of taking it to heart and having up the customer in your heart. No, because those things are really an opportunity for you get another opportunity to win back that customer when they tell you what exactly went wrong. So I think it's a mindset thing. So we have to kind of shift to remember that all of these things that we think are sorry. All these things that we think are negative can really be beneficial to us if we think about it the right way and try to have the right response to them. And I am thankful that we have someone in our life today who has been able to do that. Right? So if you think that there are areas where you might be low in then, or you don't naturally react the way that Kenny does, you can get in touch with us and we can help. Right? So before we go though, I wanted to highlight though your marketing tactics. Really consistent and really intriguing, really fun. How do you come up with these ideas all the time?
I think I have a very crazy mind because I literally, because whenever I post a video and people be like, oh, marketing queen, blah blah blah, and I just do what my money, that's it. So
But I think a lot of us are afraid. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah, I think it's kind of crazy to see how it all comes together, because for one, I actually don't mind creating content. I think it's a creative process that I actually like. So um to help me being consistent with it, I I try to set a day. I'll be like, okay, let me try and clear off all my workload, and I'll use Friday or Saturday and be like, okay, listen, I'm going to create some content today. I might get some ideas in the week. I might get some inspiration from other videos that I see. So I'll get inspired by songs. I'll get inspired by other videos. I'll get inspired by trends. And then it's kind of weird that sometimes in the weirdest hours in the night, I'll get an idea in my sleep. And I'm just like,
I just do it. That's really good, though. I think a lot of us might be a little more timid to just, go there and do it, but we have to learn some stuff from you. Because even the ones that I see you do that might have like the beat that's trendy or something like that, it's still
right,
different. You still have your own
twist to
twist
it.
on it. So that's very good. I love to see it. So keep doing keep doing it. I'm wondering if anybody has any questions they would like to ask.
Somebody said,
You're just full of compliments in the comment section. That's all that's going on. The people are distracted. Kim is the one that she gives what she likes to receive. Okay. Oh, quality service delivery always wins. Yes.
thanks, Ashley.
Oh, need to be baptized by the Chick-fil-A customer service program. Oh, Jamaican merchants and their employees.
In terms of excellent customer service.
Yes, I find them to be great as well. But
Yeah,
anytime you find a Jamaican company or anything that needs to be baptized by the Chick-fil-A program, just send them over to me.
yeah. Every single fast food restaurant needs to adapt their little outside program where them just, because I'm still amazed at how the line can be so long and I get through that.
Fast, fast. They have some good processes going on. So it's consistent. I need something quick. I have an appointment. I can go there. I'm gone. I'm out the door. So, and I think that's what all of us should strive for. Whatever products or service we have, we need to ensure that people can rely on us. We're building the trust, and always remember that it's a relationship that you're building with these people or the companies or whoever it is that you are working with. So that is key as well. I think I'm gonna have to come to you for some of the marketing gold mine, Kenny. All right. Well, I don't see anyone with any questions, any more questions for us tonight. But I'm so excited and I'm so happy that you're able to share with us. You're a really great example that I hope a lot of persons will be able to follow in terms of their thought process. Go ahead.
Before I go, I want to share because I shared my really bad customer experience
Oh,
and
go ahead. Share the great one.
good customer experience, and
Mm-hmm.
how much how important it is to have really good customer service. I remember when I just migrated and I just had the online store and I wasn't really getting much sales that time. That was 2018. Never really at all. And this girl entrusted me. She wasn't really wearing wigs that much, but she entrusted me to try my wigs. So lo and behold, I didn't know that this girl would have become a wig addict. Like she, no, I'm like, no, you realize you're buying a wig every month. She started literally buying so many wigs, and we even became friends because I was just guiding her on how to wear the wigs and stuff like that. But how I knew this girl got so connected to me, I remember I wanted to go to a Beyonce concert. And I'm like, boy, me I try and make up the money for get that ticket here. And she's like, can I buy to help you to
Wow, she's invested. She's invested. She's a loyal one.
I was like, what? She's like, what can I buy so you can make up the money to go? And I was just taken aback by that. And I was just like, yo, this is why it's so important to treat people well, because and even to this day, that was from 2018, and to this day, every single product that I drop, I'm certain.
Supports.
I'm not just support it by buying one check and buy some else for your friend, or
right.
I'm just like, whoa, that's amazing.
See, all from good service and good relationships and good products and everything. That's excellent. Thanks so much for sharing the story with us. And I'm hoping that I'm going to save the live so people can come and watch and everything afterward. But I'm just so happy to share the story of someone else, an entrepreneur who has worked her way up, who has centralized the customer experience in her businesses and has the rewards to show for it. So I'm so proud of you. Round of applause again.
We're so hard on ourselves sometimes, because when people be like, oh, you're doing so great, you're doing so well, I'm just like,
kids.
What? My day I feel like I struggle for.
Right. I know the feeling. But congrats on everything, and I really enjoyed talking with you tonight. And I hope we'll get to do it again at some point in the future. Maybe when you have your next drop or your next business or something like that. So thanks so much for giving us some of your time, and thank you everyone who joined the live. I hope you share it with others, tell them to come and watch it so they can get some tips and tricks. All right. Have a wonderful night, everyone. Thanks so much. See you next time. Bye bye.